Hello, in this video, we're going to be tracking some more storms we have to watch as we get closer towards Valentine's Day. What kind of storms we're going to have as a tropical projection will reject from the western U.S. towards the eastern U.S. that will bring a big blizzard and also some severe storms apart to the deep south. Along with that, the water pattern is fixing change as we got multiple storms coming as we get farther into February. Along with that, these storms will bring some snow apart to the upper Midwest, the Midwest, and Ohio Valley. Along with that, a lot of heavy rainfall is expected, especially for parts of California and the deep south can see a lot of rainfall. Alright everybody, so now let's get right into the video. So I hope you're having a very good day on February 4th, 2024. In this video, we got a lot to talk about because we got a very active weather pattern ahead of us. And also we have two big storms happening right now. One in the southeast and a bigger one is happening back towards California. That's bringing a lot of heavy rain, strong winds. And I'm going to be talking about the California storm because that one is going to be more concerned and it's impacting a lot more people. So the southeast storm is just bringing some heavy rain and some cloud cover. Not really much of anything too crazy. But the one back towards California is bringing a huge punch. Bringing a lot of heavy snow on those higher elevations. A lot of strong winds. Getting wind gusts up to 60 to 70 mile per hour wind gusts. And getting 6 to 10 inches of rain. So if you like this video to be doing my channel, please hit that like button, subscribe, and let's head into the video. So first of all, let's check about this California storm because this storm is bringing impacts. So you can see first. So first off, I'm going to time this out on the future on the HRRR model. Look at this. A lot of heavy snow for parts of the mountains of California. Like that is crazy. Look at that. All this dark blue right here, that's very, very heavy snow. And all this bright yellow, red, even dark red, that's very heavy rain. That's rain taking place right now for parts of Western California, South California. And look at this. This does continue all day, even through tonight. After midnight, it's still going to be rain. It won't be rain as much, but still be raining a little bit. But look at this, guys. This is very concerning. And this will cause some huge flooding. Can I lose my slot? Thank you. So you can see it's bringing a lot of heavy rain for parts of Northern California. A lot of heavy snow. And this does still continue through tomorrow, too. Look at this. Tomorrow, wake up on Monday morning at 7 a.m. for y'all. Still going to be rain. Still going to be snow. And like, it's going to be crazy. So now, how much rainfall are we going to see out of this system? So how much rainfall can fall now until end of this, now until Friday. So you can see, yes, this system will bring a lot of heavy rainfall. For parts of South California, you can see anywhere from 5 to 6 inches of rain. This is on the European model. I'm going to show you the GFS model, but look at this. Parts of Central California, not a whole lot of rainfall, but a decent amount of rain. Anywhere from a 1 inch to 2 inches of rain. A lot of heavy rain for parts of Northern California, 1 inch to 2 inches of rain. So the GFS is going a little bit high on the rainfall for parts of South California. A little bit more high on the GFS. The GFS wants anywhere from 10 to 12 inches of rain for parts of South California, Northern California. A little bit more hype on the rainfall. You can see anywhere from 6 inches of rain, parts of Central California, anywhere from 1 to 6 inches of rain. And not only going to be rainfall, how about those higher elevations of Eastern California? Yes, it's going to bring a lot of snow, but thing is, first of all, so let's look at the excessive rainfall outlook because a rare risk, we have a rare risk right now. We have a high risk for flash flooding. Los Angeles, that includes you, so please be prepared for flooding. Turn around, don't drive. If you stay away from flooded waters because they can kill people. So we have a high risk for flooding. Like that's the highest you can get for flash flooding on an excessive rainfall outlook. So please stay safe. Like this is nuts. A high risk, a 7% chance of seeing flooding. And also the moderate risk does that all the way through pretty much most of Western California. Then you have the slightly risk there as far as north that's Central and North California. Sacramento, that includes you, and also the moderate risk staying for parts of Central California and Eastern California too. So please be aware for this heavy rainfall. So now, how much snow we gonna see on those higher elevations? Because this also, Billis, look at this. This is off the charts, guys. Now until Thursday, you can see anywhere from 44 to 48 inches of rain. That's heavy. That's heavy, not rain, snow. This is snow. I keep saying rain. But also, Northern California, you can see anywhere from 6 to 16 inches of snow, like very heavy snow. A little bit of pocket of snow. And this is on the, God, this is on the higher elevations. This is not surface. This is higher elevations where it's cold enough to snow. And look at this. A lot of heavy snow. GFS showing the same thing, but look at this. GFS is just hyped up. And how about I show you this? How about now into February 20th? The mountains of California, guys, can see anywhere from 95 to 101 inches of snow. Like, yikes. Like, that's taller than any. I mean, that's pretty much taller than a house. Like, that's a lot of snow. Imagine getting that much snow on the surface. I mean, this is higher elevation, so of course, but that much snow falling, that's a lot of snow. So now, let's look at the winds, because not only going to be a heavy wind threat, and I mean, not only a heavy rain threat and a heavy snow threat, but also the winds. This will cause power outages, so please have your generator on if you have one. If you don't have one, please find somewhere to get power. Make sure your phone is charged, because power will go out. These winds will be pretty strong. And not only the gusts, the sustained winds will be pretty strong too. So as we time this out, guys, look at this. We got sustained winds anywhere from the 20s to 30s. Like, that's very, very strong. Now, that's nearly tropical storm force winds right there. Look at this. Especially for parts of Western California, especially around the coast, you can get easily easily get winds anywhere from 48 to 50 sustained winds, and I cannot wait to show you the wind gusts, especially on those higher elevations where the winds are much stronger aloft. Very, very strong winds, and this is on the European model. So now let's look at the wind gusts, because the wind gusts are also gonna be pretty bad too. So I'm not here to hype stuff up, but this is concerning. Look at this. Let me show you the wind gusts. Look at this. Holy smokes. The higher elevation is going to get some very strong wind gusts, but not only that, the lower elevation. Look at this. Parts of Western California, you can see anywhere from 47 to 68 mile per hour wind gusts. Very, very strong wind gusts. And that will knock down trees and power lines. And look at this. It continues. Parts of Central California seeing some very strong winds. The GFS model wants to high stuff up like always. Like, look at this. Now, I won't put my trust in the GFS model, but still, sometimes you kind of do. But the GFS is hyping stuff up. Look at this. The GFS won't tropical storm force sustained winds. And if you get tropical storm sustained winds, that will knock down trees, power lines, and everything else. But look at this. Very, very strong winds as this very strong system makes its way towards y'all, and it does get towards Northern California, but it does start to weaken as it gets farther north. The wind gusts with this system, holy, look at this. GFS showing anywhere from 51 to 58 mile per hour wind gusts just off the coast of California. You got wind gusts nearly Cat 2 hurricane force, not Cat 2 hurricane force winds. Anywhere Cat 1 hurricane force wind gusts just off the coast, and if not on the coast a little bit. So now we deal with the California storm. So now let's talk about the overall U.S. What's going to happen in the next coming days, because we got some big storms coming, especially the one around Valentine's Day. We definitely got to watch that one, because that one could be a big punch. So we're going to look at a 6-hour precip on the European model. As of today, so you see, as right now, we got this big storm that's making its way towards California, and also a little bit of storms making its way towards the southeast, including Florida, bringing some rain for y'all, Georgia, Alabama, Mississippi, and the Carolinas. Going to bring some rainfall. But look at this. By the time we get in towards later this week, look at this, mid this week, and you see we got some more storms moving towards California, some more storms, more snow on those higher elevations of those Rockies. But look at this. By the time we get in towards February night, we might get a little storm that makes its way towards the upper Midwest. Not a very strong one, more energy, bringing some heavy rain for parts of Minnesota, a lot of snow for parts of eastern Montana and South Dakota, even North Dakota. Getting some snow with this, but watch this. It's not that one we have to watch. Look at this, but look at this. The system, we're bringing some rain for parts of Arkansas and Tennessee, but nothing too crazy. But watch this. It's not really into this next storm after this one. Look at this. We get a huge storm that starts to form around next weekend, which is next Sunday. And look at this. Look like this is forming up pretty strong right here too. Look at this. As we get further out, now compared to the last run on the European market had this a lot more stronger. But thing is, this is why we are too far out, guys. Things could change. You can't rely on stuff this far out, because you know the models will change a lot. So, but still showing the same thing, showing a very strong storm, a 990 2 millibar storm. Look at this, bringing lots of strong thunderstorms apart to the southeast. Yes, severe weather is possible, but along with that, the backside of this system is going to have some very heavy snow apart to Missouri, Indiana, and Illinois, and even northern Ohio. Going to get some snow with this system too. Then it make its way towards the northeast, bringing snow apart parts of the Great Lakes, Michigan, Pennsylvania, and even parts of Massachusetts and Maine. So now we're going to look at our 5 millibar wind height, because these are winds 18,000 feet above our heads. We're going to look at upper level jet stream, because that determines if we're going to get some storms. So you can see, so as we got right now, we do got a big storm that's making its way towards southeast, towards California. But look at this. Not the first storm. We do get an upper trough that makes its way towards the east US. Not a very big one, but it's not into the next trough. Look at this. By the time we get towards next weekend, which is Saturday, look at this. We get a huge dip in the jet stream. Look at that. And when you get a dip in the jet stream like that, that's something you definitely gotta watch for, a big storm. But look at this. Look at this. Now this is something we look for, guys. This could change a little bit too far out, but something we definitely need to watch, because this can mean a big storm. You can see this trough does get negative tilted and does get pretty strong. Look at this. And that's something you don't want to see, guys. That's something you don't want to see, because that when you get a trough that negative tilted, you know this is going to be a big storm. A lot of heavy snow or parts of the backside of that, and big severe weather. See, you got very strong winds on the front side of that. That's pulling a lot of moisture out of that gulf. Then the back side of it, you got a lot of, it's along with that, at the same time, it's pulling a lot of cold air behind that, and that's what's going to cause that snow. So that's something we definitely gotta watch. You don't want to see a negative tilted trough like that. It could change, guys. Take it with a grain of salt, but that looks concerning. And also that we might get another chop coming around February 13 or 14. So now, low level jet winds, because we do have to watch a threat for severe storms. Yes, we gotta watch severe storms. Severe storms can always be possible when we get a trough like that. So look at this. So our first system making its way through, not doing much of anything, bringing some heavy rain for parts of the southeast. This storm doesn't do much, but still brings some heavy rain for parts of Tennessee. Ohio Valley, bringing a lot of snow parts of the Midwest. But watch this next storm. Look at this. Look at this now. Compared to the last one, not as strong, but still, we still got very strong low-level jet winds apart to the southeast. So the low-level jet winds, I could probably put a low end on that, because we don't have a whole lot of low-level jet winds, but still, enough to support severe storms. But look at this. It does work its way towards the east, including Georgia and the Carolinas. So y'all have to watch straight for severe storms next week, and this system make its way out of here. So now we're going to look at our 5 millibar height anomaly, because what kind of weather pattern we're going to be heading into as we get further into February. So you can see we got this system making its way towards the southeast, and the Gulf making rain, pouring some rain in parts of Florida. But look at this. By the time we get towards next week, like it's going to be a lot of ridge in place of parts of the eastern U.S. So things are fixing to warm back up as we get later this week. Temperatures going to be back in those 70s again for parts of the southeast. And look at this. Very strong region for parts of Canada and the northeast. And along with that, we got a lot of troughing for parts of the west. So cooler in the west and warmer in the east. And look at this. But this won't stick for long, guys. Once this trough comes through, make its way towards southeast, and look at this. It's going to be a lot of troughing for parts of the southeast, the eastern U.S. and the southeast U.S. Along with that, back towards the western U.S., it's going to be some regions. So expect some below average temperatures for parts of the eastern U.S. So yeah, it's going to be a cool vibe times for a lot of people in the southeast. So now, let's look at our Cape vibes, because yes, I know severe weather is a little bit too early to discuss if that's going to happen, but still, the greens are starting to come together for severe storms as it's trying to make its way through around February 11th and 12th. But look at this. We don't have a whole lot of Cape with this next system, but look at this. We do get a decent amount of Cape. Not a whole lot of Cape, but a decent amount. But look at this. As it gets farther east, we start losing a little bit of Cape. So I don't know if it's going to be a very big severe weather event, or just probably going to be a low-end severe weather event. Maybe going to get a slight new risk, and that's it. But still, a little bit too far to discuss that. But we are still well below that 1,000 joules per kilogram, which we need for severe storms. So things could change, guys. A little bit too far out. So now, how much rainfall are we going to see for the whole U.S. in the next coming days? Because some places are in a drought, but it looks like we're not going to see much for parts of the Carolinas, but we will see a decent amount for parts of the deep south, including Alabama, Mississippi, and even Georgia, and even Tennessee. Not as much rain for parts of North Carolina. South Carolina maybe get a little bit of rain. Not a whole lot of rain for parts of Florida, but still a decent amount of rain. A lot of rain for California. Not a lot of rain for parts of the upper Midwest, but still a little bit. So it's probably going to be a dry one for a lot of people in the upper Midwest. But look at this. GFS model showing still not a lot of rain, if not no rain for parts of North Carolina. Not much rain for parts of North Carolina. Still got some rain for parts of Georgia, South Carolina, Mississippi, Tennessee. Not as much rain for part of Tennessee, but still showing a lot of rain for parts of California. GFS just showing a little bit more rain for parts of the upper Midwest. So now, how much snow we gonna see for parts of the U.S.? So now, how much snowfall can fall? Well, if you live in parts of northwest Texas, central Oklahoma, you can see anywhere from 9 to 10 inches of snow. A lot of snow for parts of the northeast, and this is actually for my next system, our big system we have to watch on February 11 and 12. So look at this. This system can bring a lot of snow. A lot of snow for parts of New York, Massachusetts, a lot of snow. How about the mountains of California? Just a lot of snow. The Rockies, a lot of snow. The Western U.S., a lot of snow. The Plains, not a whole lot. The GFS model showing a little bit more. Oh, this is ice. I'm looking at the wrong thing. So now GFS model showing. GFS is showing a whole different thing. Now GFS is still showing snow, but look at the difference. The GFS is not showing much snow for parts of Kentucky, but look at this. We got a little bit flop to the north. The GFS want the snowfall a little bit farther north, while the European model want the snowfall a little bit south. So we gotta watch this a little bit too far out. So now, let's get right in towards temperatures. And this video is already 16 minutes long. So I'm not going to go full detail on this, but what the temperature is going to look like, because things are fixing to warm up for a lot of people in the southeast. So now as we wake up tomorrow morning, which is Friday morning, not Friday morning, waking up on Monday morning, which is tomorrow, February 5th, you can see, yes, it's going to be a cold one, and not only a cold one, a wet one for parts of the Carolinas and Georgia, guys. It's going to be rain. Top temperatures in the 30s. Got some 20s of parts of North Carolina. Very cold in the northeast. Got temperatures in the single digits, down almost, if not to the negatives. Very, very cold. Very, very cold for parts of the western U.S., but not as cold for parts of the deep south. It's still gonna be chilly in the morning, but not very, very cold, that's typical for this time of the year. But look at this. Monday afternoon, look at this. Tomorrow afternoon, temperatures just gonna be very, very cold tomorrow. Temperatures barely gonna be getting out in the 50s like that. It's gonna be a cold and wet one for a lot of people in the southeast, especially if you live in South Carolina, North Carolina, and even Virginia. And look at this. Tuesday morning, February 6th, still gonna be a cold one, especially parts of the northeast and the southeast, including the Carolinas. Got these temperatures in the 20s, upper 20s, like that's very, very freezing. The Ohio Valley gonna be very, very freezing. But look at this. Wednesday morning, still gonna be cold. Look at this, guys. Wednesday morning for parts of the eastern U.S., especially the northeast, the Carolinas, it's just gonna be a cold, cold morning for Wednesday morning, February 7th. Look at this. Got temperatures in parts of the Carolinas anywhere from 25 to 28 degrees. Very cold. The northeast gonna be very cold. Parts of Maine gonna be very cold, guys. But look at this. It will warm back up. So by the time we get towards later this week, here comes another warm up. Look at this. For parts of the deep south, temperatures gonna get right back in the 60s. Things will warm back up just for a few more days before our next cold front comes through and swipe through. Look at this. And things does cool right back down. But look at this. On February 14th, waking up on February 14th on Valentine's Day, it's going to be a cold one for a lot of people. Majority of the U.S. is going to be cold, especially back towards the higher elevations of Colorado. It's going to be very, very cold. Yes, another Arctic blast is possible around Valentine's Day. So now, temperature anomalies. How above and how below these temperatures going to be. So right now, for parts of Canada, you got some well above average temperatures, but get ready for a huge change. So look at this. By the time we get towards February 7th, we still got these above anomalies sticking with parts of Canada and northern U.S. But look at this. We do got some below average anomalies of parts of the Florida and Georgia and the Carolinas. But look at this. by the time we get in towards February 9th, things do start to warm back up with parts of the southeast. We do get slightly above normal temperatures, but look at this. Back towards the western U.S., going to see below average temperature. But look at this. Watch as we get towards Valentine's Day, as this cold front come through. Here comes a huge blob of below average temperature for parts of the southeast. So now climate predictions are because yes, February 10th through February 14th, it's going to be above average temperatures for parts of the eastern U.S., especially towards the northeast, including New Hampshire and Maine. You can see anywhere from a 80 to 90% chance seeing above average temperatures. Parts of the southwest and the western U.S., including Arizona, New Mexico, you can see anywhere from 60 to 70% chance of seeing below average temperatures. Precipitation, yeah, it's going to be near normal to slightly above normal for parts of the eastern West. California is probably going to be below normal. But look at this 8 to 14 day outlook around Valentine's Day, February 12th through the 18th. It's going to be below average temperatures for parts of the southeast as we get towards, majority of the whole mid-February. Still got some above average temperatures for parts of the northern U.S. And look at this. At the same time, it's probably going to be a dry one through mid-February, especially parts of Tennessee, northern Alabama, Mississippi, Kentucky, South Indiana, and the north. Texas, especially South Texas, Southwest Texas, going to see some above average rainfall. Look at this. Back toward the northwest, it's going to be a below average rainfall. So it's going to be it for this video. If you like this video, please hit that like button, subscribe, and I'll see you on my next video.